Catherine, it's great to see it. It's healthy you're looking, I can tell you, on this amazing cider vinegar. I lost loads of weight the last time you gave me that bottle, so I'll have to get another bottle off you.
And it is great stuff, Ed. I'm telling you, the facts that this has, the benefits that it has with so many people is unbelievable. The stories that we are hearing is unbelievable. And it's a completely natural product. It is just made from our own apples that are grown here in the farm. We turn it into cider, a base cider, obviously first, because it is apple cider vinegar. And then we produce the vinegar here on site with a huge big vessel here that we actually put our base cider into. And then we add some of the natural culture. So anyone that knows anything about apple cider vinegar knows that it has to contain the mother. The mother is the culture, the living bacteria that grows within the vinegar. So if anyone's taken a vinegar for any sort of reason, for any sort of a benefit at all that they want to get from it, it must contain that good living culture. So people sometimes wonder, what is the mother? You know, it is a bacteria. And you can see here, Ed, in a couple of these bottles here that we have, you can see that gloopiness, the jelly-like substance that's in the bottle. That is the culture. That is the living bacteria that grows within the vinegar. So if you're ever taking a vinegar, that's the one that you want to look for, the apple cider vinegar with mother.
Amazing.
It's the good stuff. Yeah.
And of course, I mean, it's a fantastic time to be here. The last time I was here, it was in summertime, which was beautiful. But I mean, the trees are the apples, should I say, are falling off the trees. Catherine, it's incredible here, isn't it? At the moment, it's harvest time, of course, and everyone is flying around. Yeah. There's apples to the sky at the moment, and they're the most beautiful looking apples I've ever seen.
Yeah, sometimes at harvest here, you can hardly get into the farmyard. You can hardly get a pin into this yard. Sometimes it's just laden with fruit. But as you say, a fantastic time of the year, Ed. One of our most spectacular times of the year, as is our apple blossom. But now the trees are laden with fruit. We are about 3 weeks now into harvest. I would anticipate another fortnight to 3 weeks. We still have to go. So if we can get to the end of October, I would say we'd have our harvest finished. But again, a lot depends on our weather conditions, because if it's too wet, we can't let our workers out because it's far, far too dangerous. But hopefully if the weather stays as it is today, like today is stunning, today is a beautiful day. If it stays dry, you know, we can still continue to harvest. And as I say, if we had another 2 to 3 weeks, we should hopefully be finished.
And of course, Armagh is the cider county in Ireland, and it just has this perfect climate and terroir, I suppose, to use a word, Catherine, that you have here in Armagh that just delivers and produces these amazing apples.
Yeah. So Armagh is known as the Orchard County. It's the Orchard County of Ireland. There's over, 6,000 acres of apple orchard here in County Armagh. As you say, a lot to do with the terrain, a lot to do with our soil conditions that we have here as well. And of course now our Armagh Bramley apple now has got its PGI status, which is a protected geographical indicator that has been awarded to it by the European Union. So even though there are other Bramley apples in Ireland, in mainland UK, wherever they may be, they don't have that PGI status. It's only the Armagh Bramley apple that has that. So it's a very special, very unique apple.
Amazing. Now, when people come here, Catherine, I mean, they could spend as long as they like, I guess, because you've got the most beautiful orchards. You do lovely tours. You make, the last time I was here with you, and I'm going to try a bit today now as well. I didn't poison you the last day. Granny's griddle bread, right?
Yeah.
And that was fabulous fun. But you do lots of fun things here for people when they come, don't you?
Yeah, so we do different experiences. We offer different experiences, available here on the farm through booking through our website and that as well. So the one that you did experience that time, Ed, and you made a lovely job of that soda bread, I have to tell you, was Granny's griddle bread experience. So this is where I would do the demonstration of making my grandmother's recipe of soda bread on her griddle. So this was the old style griddle that she would have cooked her bread on the open fire, on the open turf fire. So this griddle's about 70 years of age. So needless to say, Ed, I am guarding it with my life. But this is the griddle that I would use to do the experiences here on the farm, because there's so much history attached to it. You know, I have that memory of me as a young girl going into my granny's scullery. It was called a scullery then, Ed.
Yeah, my granny had one as well.
Yeah, it was called a scullery. This wee pokey room.
Yeah.
And you went into this room.
Pig's heads and pheasants and everything be hanging up there.
Hanging from the ceiling. You went into this wee room and there she was standing, God love her, in her penny. It wasn't an apron, it was a penny. There was flour everywhere, but it was the smell. As soon as you opened that door, it was the smell of that fresh baked bread that you got. And this was how she made it on the fire, on this old style cast iron traditional griddle. So that's the griddle that I still use today to do that one particular experience with. We do offer other experiences. We do a lovely experience that includes our homemade apple tart and fresh cream. We also do tour and tasting experiences just on their own with no refreshments. But as we're family run here, we're very, very flexible. So if there's something some of our visitors want that we don't offer, it's only a matter of asking us. If we can accommodate, we will accommodate. So as I say, because we're family run, we are very flexible here in the farm.
Brilliant. Now, I'm looking at this gorgeous cider vinegar here in front of me, and you have the most beautiful presentation laid out today, Catherine. So let's try it, because this is the first time I tried this, I thought this is going to be like medicine, but it's surprisingly refreshing.
It is. It's very mild. It's very easy to drink. The acidity in our apple cider vinegar isn't overly high. It's only about 4.5%. So it does make it that wee bit easier to drink. Now, we would always recommend for everyone that is taking our apple cider vinegar to always dilute. So never drink it neat because of the acidity that is in it, okay? Because it can affect the enamel in your teeth. So we would always say dilute with warm water, cold water, still, sparkling. You can even add a wee bit of honey to it, or juice, apple juice. There's only one thing that you cannot add to the apple cider vinegar is the boiling water, because the boiling water kills the good bacteria that grows within the vinegar. So some people would be inclined to boil their kettle, pour it into a cup and then add the vinegar, but they're defeating the purpose because they're killing the bacteria. Yeah. So there's not a lot maybe would know that, but
brilliant
that's
to know
the only
that.
thing,
great,
the only
great
thing
tip,
that you can't add. So we would always recommend to dilute. So there's a wee taster for you there, Ed.
And just to say, this is,
what you think of it.
This is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous, a golden honey hue to it. Cheers.
So enjoy. So the secret is just to knock it back. Just knock it back.
Oh, wow. I mean,
so it's very mild.
Isn't it? Yeah. And
very
I mean, light. Lovely and pure. Yeah. Pure. You can taste, I can feel the calories being burnt off with that now, because it is just, that's gorgeous. That's so palatable. Like no problem now to have that.
And you can cook with it as well.
Of course.
See that mixed with a wee bit of rapeseed oil and honey, over, for salad dressings. You can add it to your marinades, your chutneys, your gravies. It's such a versatile wee product. And you don't even need to place it in the fridge. It's an ambient product. There's a 2-year shelf life on our vinegar, and that's purely because it's in the food chain. But vinegar will not go off. We're supplying this to chefs that use it for pickling with, the pickles to preserve. So it will not go off. But as I said, a very, very versatile wee product, very natural, nothing in it, only the apples that we grow here in the farm, and that's it.
Brilliant. And how many apples would, on average?
Would be in a bottle?
Yeah.
I would say within a bottle of that apple cider vinegar, you could easily maybe get 10 or 12 apples maybe in a bottle.
Yeah. Great way to get the old apple a day, isn't it?
So it's an apple a day, keeps the old doctor away, isn't that right?
Fantastic.
But yes, fantastic product. Now, I would take that myself every morning in warm water, and I always take mine before my breakfast.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you can take it at any stage of the day. As you say, some people are taking it for weight loss, so therefore they would maybe take it about half an hour, 40 minutes before their main meal. But we would have people telling us different stories, like things like reducing cholesterol level and blood sugars and things. Now, there is no scientific evidence or research to say that it does what it does, but it's the feedback that we get from our customers that we tell other people about. So that's what we're going on at the moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, every time I come up here, I mean, you're reversing backwards, or you're aging, reversing aging.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, honestly, because it is such a gorgeous product. Brilliant. So, now we're going to go down to the farm, right? And we're going to wander through the gorgeous orchards, and then I'm going to taste some of those fantastic award-winning ciders.
Yes, no problem. And I'm going to slice the Bramley apple for you as well. Ed, let you taste this. This is harvest time, okay?
Okay, and that's another massive award winner,
yes,
of course.
So you definitely have to taste the Bramley apple. As I say, that PGI Bramley apple, it's a stunning apple. And once you taste that apple, you'll get a wee flavour, shall we say, of what the products then taste like here in the farm, because we keep everything here as natural as we possibly can. So we're walking here now, Ed, down through the orchard. Here we have a selection of our older mature trees. So these trees here would be in now, Ed, I would say about 65 years. These were the mature trees that Pat's father, my father-in-law, would have planted here initially here on the farm. So he was quite a clever man, Ed, because if you look in the middle of the trees here, okay, you can see there's a different apple growing. So you've your Bramley apple that we just tasted, the stunning, beautiful Bramley.
They look like golden delicious, are they?
Sure, golden delicious.
No way, yeah.
So there's actually 2 fruits growing within the one tree. So when these trees were initially planted all those years ago, Pat's father, Peter McKeever, Senior, would have sliced the Bramley apple. He would have placed a branch of the golden delicious within it, fused those 2 branches together, and this is what we have now all those years later, a completely natural grafting pollination system happening here within the orchard. But when we're harvesting, Ed, as not like now, our workers will not touch the golden delicious. They'll only pick the Bramley apple, because remember, as you saw there in the cold stores, it's only the Bramley apple that we store in cold storage facilities. All right. The golden delicious is the last apple that will be picked in the farm. It's usually end of October, beginning of November. That apple then we will pick, we will press, and we will turn into our apple juice. So our apple juice here on the farm is completely natural.
Yeah, and they are delicious.
They are a delicious apple.
I had a sneaky one earlier before I met you, and they are amazing. Yeah. But tell me, Christmas now, I'd say you've got nice things here because it lends itself to Christmas here.
Yeah. So Christmas now, the barn is opened practically all year round now. So from March to October would be our tourism months, okay? But then in November, we'll convert the Bramley barn into Santa's Grotto. So it means families and kids can come here to the barn. We'll have our dates uploaded, I would say, onto the website very shortly.
Families and Bramleys, what do you think? Sorry.
Good, Ed. Oh, very good. I love it. So yes, they will come here. It's normally for about 3 or 4 weeks. We would maybe run it from a Thursday to a Sunday every week. We've different slots available as well. We try to keep it so that there's maybe only about 6 or 8 kids per slot with their parents, so it makes it very personal as well. And of course, the children get the opportunity to meet the main man himself. Santa comes to us personally from the North Pole, and he comes here to the Bramley barn. So the barn's completely converted into Santa's Grotto. So the kids also have the chance then to make reindeer food, to decorate a lovely plate for Santa where he can enjoy his lovely cookies.
Well, I'll tell you, when he tastes that apple tart, he won't want the cookies at all. Catherine, I'll tell you, he'll never get rid of them.
He'll have a fit to go back on that sleigh.
Fabulous. Well, look, that sounds brilliant. Listen, it's always an amazing pleasure to come here, and I always feel so healthy when you're here, even though I'm eating this gorgeous, all these apple tarts. It's the most beautiful setting and location, and the most lovely part of Ireland. What is the website, Catherine, just to give people an idea when they want to just go on and check out all your events and when they want to visit? Yeah,
so no problem for either booking an event. And people, if there's something there on the website that they don't see, we always say, don't be afraid to contact us directly. Our numbers are there on the website. We're all family run here, so it's always going to be us. And we're very, very flexible, so we can adapt and change things if need be. So if they just follow the website, it's www.longmeadowcider.com. We're on all the social media channels as well. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, and we are on it, Ed. But if there's anything that someone needs, it's only a matter of picking up the phone and reaching out to us.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Catherine, thanks a million. I'll be picking up a few bottles of the apple cider vinegar now before I go, because I'm, the healthy thing just bounces out of you and you're looking fabulous. So throw a few bottles of that into the bag for me and I'll be thrilled. Catherine McKeever, thank you so much for chatting, and thanks for this amazing experience and this fabulous apple tart.
You're very welcome, Ed, and it was lovely to welcome you back to Long Meadow.